I'm a huge fan of the Coen brothers, to a point where I would call them my favorite living filmmakers. Their work is poignant, funny, thematic, smart as hell, and almost always extremely well directed and written by the Coens themselves. Their previous effort, Inside Llewyn Davis, was and still is my favorite film of 2013, and a strong contender for my favorite from them on the whole. So when I heard that their new movie, Hail Caesar, was coming out, I got really excited. And the trailers did a great job at keeping the movie wrapped up in mystery while still feeling very Coen-esque. I saw the movie last night, and I have to say, I had a good time with it. This is definitely the most lighthearted movie that I've seen from them, but that doesn't mean the film lowers the amount it has to say. It's a movie about escapism and film culture while being an enjoyable bit of escapism itself. I will say that I did expect just a bit more from the Coens, but I don't think the movie is a failure. The overall tone of the movie is light but filled with intrigue, though I do think that it can get a bit lost at times. There is at least one storyline that isn't interesting and goes by really quickly and doesn't amount to that much besides a small little joke on the side. It's not entirely focused, but I think it was an attempt to put us in the head of Eddie Mannix, played by Josh Brolin. His character is a confused, problem-solving producer, so for the most part the movie works in putting us in his mindset, though it may be a bit much for many viewers. Brolin himself does a good job in this part. He portrays a lot of the firm, though confused character that he's playing. The film on the whole is really well cast. Tilda Swinton as twin reporters of differing mindsets works well, though her part could have been utilized a bit more. Scarlett Johansson is thoroughly convincing in the part of this mildly ditzy prima donna, though again, her part is pretty small. Ray Fiennes is a great director of renowned motion pictures while being somewhat pretentious. George Clooney mostly plays himself, but by the end it works for the most part. Above all of the many players in this packed film, though, is Ehrenreich, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who's hilarious in this role as a Western famous actor who was brought on to be a part of a period drama directed by Ray Fiennes. It's insanely early to say this sort of thing, but he makes a very strong case for a supporting actor nomination 1 year from today. He's a great breakout actor who I'm excited to see grow as he hopefully will. As I said, the screenplay is probably one of the looser aspects of the film. It gets lost at several points, and some of the storylines feel like they weren't really covered thoroughly enough to warrant being included. It feels a bit rushed, and I think if the film had another 20 or 30 minutes to it, it could have been much more solid. Still, though, there are plenty of great scenes throughout, including a scene where Brolin has religious figureheads joined together to discuss if the titular motion picture script will offend people of their respective religions, and any of the scenes including the mysterious group known as the Future. I had a lot of fun at several points in the film, and Channing Tatum's song and dance sequence is a huge burst of joy to watch and fully pays homage to the films of the time period that the Coens are capturing. The film is a love letter to classic cinema, covering all of the tropes of big genres at the time, from posh period dramas to bombastic musicals to entertaining westerns to glorious larger-scale musicals to historic epics. Each of these films shown is captured marvelously by great amount of attention to detail with the art direction and production design, along with Carter Burwell's varied score and Roger Deakins' all-encompassing cinematography. The key way to describe Hail Caesar is a fun delight. Is it one of the Coens' best? Not really, though it feels plenty Coen-esque. But I think after the emotionally draining Inside Llewyn Davis, the two needed to lighten up and just have some fun. Though that fun is kind of confused, it still delighted me, and was a good, while still smart piece of entertainment. The performances are great throughout, the visual aesthetic is gorgeously fitting, and the direction is solid, though I think the editing can be a tad choppy at times, and the script is probably one of the Coens' weakest. I had a great time with it though, so I'm gonna give Hail Caesar a B. Did you see Hail Caesar? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more reviews similar to this one. Thank you and have a great day. Stay spectacular, friends.